All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're going to unpack a short but wow, incredibly powerful idea that really gets to the core of who we are. It's all about a paradox, a deep contradiction in what it means to be human, and it might just change how you see yourself. You ready? So let's just start with the biggest question there is, the one that's really underneath everything we're about to get into. What does it actually mean to be human? The idea we're exploring here kind of unfolds in three parts. And part one, it's all about our self-image. It's about this deeply rooted, almost unbreakable belief we all have about our own nature. The starting point for this whole thing is a huge, universal claim. Every single one of us, no exceptions, believes that we are fundamentally good, that at our core we're humane. It's almost like our default setting. And look, this isn't just an interpretation. The source material is super direct about it. It says, as long as a person is human, they will not doubt that they are human and humane. Just think about that for a second. It's not something we hope for. It's presented as a fact of our own consciousness. So you might be thinking, okay, but isn't there a difference between just being human and being humane? Well, the text makes this really interesting point here. It suggests that in our own minds, those two words are basically fused together. The idea is that to see yourself as a part of society, to be human, means you automatically believe you're also humane. The two are inseparable, you know? Okay, so we're all feeling pretty good about ourselves, right? We're humane. But just as we get comfortable with that thought, the whole thing gets flipped on its head. Because now we have to look in the mirror of human history, and what we see there is a massive contradiction. And bam! This is where the paradox just slams right into us. Because the more you actually learn about what we've done throughout history, the more you're faced with our incredible, staggering capacity for inhumanity. It's a direct challenge to that core belief we just talked about. So here it is, the conflict laid out plain and simple. On one side, you have our inner feeling, I'm a good, humane person. And on the other side, you have the historical record, which shows this clear, undeniable pattern of inhumanity. So, how can both of those things be true? And according to the source, this isn't some kind of mistake or a glitch in the system. No, this contradiction, this absolute clash between how we see ourselves and what we actually do, that is the reality. That's the fundamental truth of being human. So we've got the belief, and we've got the historical fact that seems to shatter it. So where does that leave us? Well, this brings us to the final and, honestly, the most personal part of the whole argument. We have to stop looking out at history and start looking inward. And this is where it gets really personal. The text stops talking about humanity in the abstract and becomes a confession. It says, I have no conviction or confidence that this inhumanity does not reside within me. All of a sudden, it's not about them back in history. It's about the potential for it right here, inside of me. And just in case there was any doubt, the text drives it home with this one tiny but absolutely devastating little phrase in parentheses, at least I do. Whoa, this isn't a philosophical what if anymore, it's a statement of certainty. This capacity for inhumanity, it lurks within. So let's just trace that logic real quick, because it's so important. Step one, we all start out believing we're good people. Step two, we look at history and see the horrific things we're capable of. And that leads to the final, terrifying conclusion. Step three, we're forced to ask ourselves, is that same darkness hiding inside of me, too? And that's where this all leads. It walks us right up to this point, forcing us to look in that mirror of history and then to look at ourselves and ask this one final, haunting question. Could this inhumanity reside within you?